plane. This is going to be meant for a ground. I already made a layer called ground. Well, we're going to need this anyways. So, and then we're going to make a capsule. And we're going to name it player. And then what we're going to do next is that we're going to make a new material called like player skin. And it can indicate like the color of the player skin, and then yeah, it should be good enough. And we're going to make a new material called ground. We do not need an audio mixer. I do not know why I put it there. But I'm going to call it ground. Just because I want to make it look fancy, just somehow. And then I'm going to insert the ground here, and seems like we're going to insert the camera here. And create like an empty game object called ground. So what we're going to do next is that we're going to create a new script called PlayerMovements. Create add, and then I'll make a script called character controller. Okay, so what we're going to do next is that we're going to make a few public floats. Like public float speed float speed equals 12f. Then we're going to then we're just going to make it a few times. Then we're going to make gravity, something called gravity, and then another flow called jump. Then we're going to make another public flow, public transform. Let's call it ground check. And then public float ground distance. It checks the distance of where the ground checker is. That is 0.4f, and then public layer mask is ground mask. What we're going to do next is that we're going to make a vector 3 velocity, which keeps track of the velocity of the gravity and the speed. And then we're going to make another bool called is grounded. We're going to remove this. We're going to remove the void start, and then we're going to create is grounded script. Is grounded equals physics check sphere ground check dot position, then ground distance and ground mask. This can check if like where you can keep track of where the ground is, and if there's no ground, then the way won't be able to jump. It will still move, though. And it does say if is grounded and velocity dot y is less than 0, and we're gonna say velocity dot y equals -2f. Well, and now we're gonna create like the movement for like float x. It can like check how we move like a and d, and then we're gonna call it horizontal. This time we're gonna make it the one called vertical, and we're gonna call it float z. And then we're going to make a vector 3 move, which like we can like check how we move, like transform dot right times x plus transform dot forward times z. Then we're going to make it something for the controller movement. Controller dot move. And then it's move times speed times time dot delta time. Then we're gonna make a jump script. script. Say if in dot get key down key code dot space, and then it is grounded velocity dot y equals math f square root jump height actually not it times -2 times gravity. Right now we're gonna make like something called velocity dot y plus equals gravity times time dot delta. Then this finally we're gonna make a controller dot move velocity times time dot delta. This controls the gravity, and this one controls like the character movements, like how fast they go. Now once we should. And one more thing I forgot to add is that we need to also create like for like character controller is controller. So we can now it should come in handy, and now this we should arrange the camera like that. Now we should see the camera. Now we should see the player to like move. But first we need to add like a ground check, and then ground, and the ground mask is ground, so we can like check whether it's ground or not. And also yeah, and it seems like and also I forgot that we need to make this public, so that the character can move. Without it, it cannot even move at all. Which means that we're gonna drag the player here, press play, and we can see them. Now we can see them moving. And also the ground has to be a -1, so we can like jump. Now we can see like kind of jumping up and down. Let's go. Movements. Yeah, we can see it. And also we're gonna make a camera script. So I'm gonna call it camera script. Create an ad and click edit script. No, we're gonna click edit script. So first of all, we're gonna make like the sensitivity for the mouse. We're gonna create now as public float mouse sensitivity equals 200F. Then we'll make public transform is player. Make a float, and in a minute we're gonna make the float X rotation, which can rotate like the camera correctly, and then we're gonna put it on 0F. And right now we're gonna make sure it's gonna create some kind of float mouse X input dot get axes mouse X. Then another flow called mouse Y, and then it's the same thing. It's mouse Y. And right now and then what we're gonna do next is like X rotation minus equals mouse Y. Is basically it can like work perfectly in the rotations, and then we're gonna create like x rotation equals math not clamp, and it's x rotation, and then we're gonna create like 90f, and it's 90f. That way you can like the S can move in any direction like perfectly, and we're also gonna need to like make the player rotate, because without it we cannot like rotate the player's body. So we're gonna transform to rotation plus quaternion Euler x rotation 0f 0f. Then we're gonna say player dot rotate. I'm gonna say vector 3 dot up times mouse x. That way the player's body could rotate. So now we should check for compilers. We don't need this. So we can just put the player in there, and right now we should see probably like kind of see like the camera moving. Yeah, we can see like the camera moving in the perfect directions. So right now we can add like a create 3D object capsule. I'm just gonna position this 1, and we're gonna rename it enemy. And we're gonna create like a target script. We're gonna call it target. Right now we can just we can like create a few public floats, like so, and we're gonna public float health equals 10f. And now we're gonna remove this comment. We're gonna call it public void take damage, and we're gonna say float amount. And we're gonna say health minus equals amount, and then we're gonna say public void kill. That way it can destroy itself once the player kills the enemy target. So we're gonna say if health is lesser or equal to 0f. We're gonna say and then we're actually gonna call it kill, and then we're gonna actually put this script inside the take damage script. And in there we're gonna place like a destroy, and then we're gonna say destroy game object. It can like destroy itself. Destroy game objects. Now we can check the code here. Now it's time for us to move on. Now and then we're gonna create our gun. We're gonna create our cube and just scale to 0.5 on actually by our x-axis 0.3. Just move it that way. We're gonna make a material called gun. It's gonna be or like we can just Okay, so I'm just gonna make it. This kind of looks more like it. And now we can just create our own gun script. Gun. Now we're gonna make a few public floats. Public float image equals 110f. And then I'm gonna say public float range 100f. Then public float ammo was 50f. And then we're gonna make a public transform FPS cam. That way I could like test where they're shooting at. I'm gonna remove this. Yeah. And then we're gonna in our void update we can just put like if input dot get button down fire 1 and then ammo is greater than 0f. We're gonna say shoot. And then we're gonna remove the amount of ammo. And also we want to really make it. Also we're gonna make a reload script, which is basically that way we can like reload. Once the ammo we're out of ammo, we can reload it. And we're gonna say input.get key down keycode.r and then ammo is equal to 0. Ammo equals 50f. And right now we're gonna make a new void called void shoot. And then we're gonna use Raycast, which is one of the advanced ways of like community guns. So right now we're gonna say if physics Raycast transform.position forward and then we're gonna add transform. And then we add out hit range. We're gonna say target equals hit dot transform dot get component target. I'm gonna say if target is greater than null, and say target dot take damage. And right now we should see if you now so now we should like see. Okay, seems like there are a few errors there. And I forgot to add parentheses. Now the code should look like this. And now we should test if the I still forgot the new gun script, and we're gonna add a main camera. Save it. Now it should work now. Okay, now it's working now. So we can just do what we like to do. And if we want to like make the player to aim perfectly, so we're gonna create like a UI called Text Mesh Pro, import Text Mesh Essentials, and then we're gonna create like this plus sign, and then we're gonna that now in the 2D mode, the text, and I'm gonna make it like black. So right now the aiming should be perfect. So yeah, you can figure out where you're aiming at. So yeah, this is how you make an FPS game. Anyways, guys, I think that's pretty much it for this episode. So I'm pretty sure you all enjoyed it. So please like and subscribe if you think it's helpful. So basically, yeah. See you guys next time. Thanks for watching.